Mike, are you coming home late tonight? I already made dinner.
Aw, shoot, sorry, babe. I should have told you earlier that there's a dinner with a client tonight. I don't need dinner, but don't worry, just save it for tomorrow, huh? Really sorry for the last-minute text.
I guess that's fine. But this has been happening a lot lately, hasn't it?
Come on, it's not like I'm doing this on purpose. It was a last-minute invite. These things just happen sometimes in this line of work. Actually, it's kind of a good thing. The client's CEO really seems to like me. I've been pulling in more contracts than anyone else on the team. They even gave me a little recognition last week. Feels like I'm finally hitting my stride, you know? Even I don't know what's coming next. Guess I'm just that lucky.
It's really just work, though, right?
Wow, so we're doing that again? Seriously? You think I'm lying? You're home all day with the baby and your mind just goes there, huh?
Mike, I'm not accusing you. It's just you've been out so often lately, and sometimes I don't even hear from you until hours later. And I'm here alone, all day, every day, with a newborn. I'm exhausted. I can't sleep. I barely get a minute to myself. And yeah, my mind spirals sometimes. I admit that. But it's not because I don't trust you. It's because I need you.
You think I don't get that? Who do you think is out here grinding every day to keep this family afloat? I'm doing all of this for you guys. You're on maternity leave, which means you're not working, right? So who's carrying that load? I am. I'm not running around to avoid you. I'm doing this so we're not buried in bills next month. A little gratitude would be nice instead of suspicion.
I know, and you're right. You've been working long hours, and I haven't been fair to you. I've just been overwhelmed lately. Everything feels heavy, and I guess I'm not handling it very well. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Look, I get that it's hard, but try being out there every day dealing with clients, bosses, quotas, stress, and then coming home to feel like I'm being interrogated. I'm doing my best, okay?
I never meant to make you feel that way. I just miss you. And I need help, even if it's just 10 minutes of holding the baby so I can shower. It's not just about dinner or doubts. I just wanted you here.
I see. I'll be home late tonight. Don't wait up, but I'll try to be around more often from now on. Just hold it down at home for now, okay?
Okay, be safe. Hey, Emma, long time no see. How have you been holding up lately? Hi, Martha. It's been a while. Did something happen at work? Well, I've been meaning to reach out since you went on maternity leave, but it's been hard to find the right moment. Oh, no worries at all. You actually sent me a really sweet message after I gave birth, and the gift you sent was beautiful. Thank you again. It meant a lot. Oh, I'm glad it got to you. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself first, okay? It's been about 6 months since the delivery, so my body's starting to feel normal again. Still adjusting to everything, of course. How are things at the company? I plan on working remotely once my leave ends, so I probably won't see everyone much. Honestly, I already miss the team a little. Trust me, I feel that too. Even being in a different department, it's not the same without you around. But Emma, look, I've been going back and forth on whether I should say something. I'm still not sure this is the right time, but keeping quiet doesn't sit right with me either. Did something happen with Mike? Yeah, something like that. I hate to be the one to say it, but I think he might be seeing someone else. From the company? Yeah, Alex from sales. You remember her? Of course. She was always kind of the center of attention. Even back then, she had a reputation for being, well, pretty active in the romance department. Are you saying she's involved with Mike? My Mike? While he's still married? I can't say it's 100% confirmed, but it's close. They're in different departments, but they spend a lot of time together, more than normal coworkers would. People have seen them hanging out during lunch almost daily, and recently someone spotted them together downtown late at night. Honestly, the vibe they give off, it's not professional, not even close. If it's Mike, I believe it. I hate to say that, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Wait, seriously? You're just saying that like it's nothing? Because he's done it before, twice actually, and both times it happened while I was pregnant. Are you kidding me? He cheated on you twice and now he might be doing it again? That's unbelievable. The first 2 times were with women outside the company, so I don't think the rumors ever made their way into the workplace. And yeah, he did the whole apology performance before. Dropped to his knees, cried, said he regretted everything. I forgave him both times. Emma, no. Once is already a deal breaker for most people, but twice? And now it's possibly happening a 3rd time? Yeah, I know how it sounds. I think he genuinely believes he's untouchable or something. He always says he's lucky, like the universe just hands him wins. Maybe he thinks I'm lucky just to be with someone like him. Me, the plain wife, should be grateful he comes home at all. Hey, don't say that about yourself. You're not plain, and you're certainly not someone who should be grateful to be disrespected. If anyone here is lucky, it's him for having you. And now he's throwing that away? Maybe he thinks I'll just keep forgiving him like before, but it's different now. I'm a mom. I have someone to protect. It's not just about me anymore. If he's really doing this again, I can't turn a blind eye. Yeah, that saying, fool me once, shame on you. Well, I think we're well past 3 strikes here. You're right to take this seriously. And if you're ready to act on it, then count me in. Let me do something useful for once and play the wise old coworker for real. Thank you, Martha. Really, I didn't expect this, but I appreciate you telling me the truth. And I might take you up on that offer. I have a feeling I'll need the support. You've got it. Whatever you need, just say the word. We're going to get through this, okay? Okay, thank you again. I'll be in touch more often now. Hey, Mike, are you coming home late again tonight? Also, you said you might have plans Friday, too?
Yeah, my boss dropped a ton of stuff on me right at the end of the day. Classic, right? Just when I was about to clock out. Look, I'm gonna be stuck here for a while, so don't wait up. Eat dinner and go to bed without me, okay?
Huh, that's funny. Martha told me you actually left work right at 5 today. So where did you go? Why lie?
Wait, what? Are you serious right now? Come on, you're joking, right?
No, not joking. I even called the office to confirm, so how about you stop lying for once?
Is this one of those postpartum mood swings again? Okay, fine, I'll just be real with you. One of our clients wanted to go out to a club for a private business thing. It was more personal entertainment than work, if I'm honest. Not something I could tell the team or even the company. So yeah, I kept it vague, that's all.
Wow, you've really gotten good at lying with a straight face. But you might want to work on your alibis, because I know you're not with clients. I know you're at Alex's house right now. And just so you know, I didn't get that info from gossip. I asked someone to look into it.
You did what? Are you serious? You had someone spy on me without even asking?
And what exactly were you doing when I was at home alone taking care of our 6-month-old son? Feeding him, changing him, staying up all night with him, while you were sneaking around with another woman?
You know, I was actually planning to let this go if you just kept your mouth shut. But you always have to make things difficult, don't you? You seriously need to know your place. You're lucky, very lucky, to be married to someone like me. I've got insane luck. But you're just some plain boring housewife. Be grateful I even knocked you up. How many times have you forgiven me already? You knew what this was.
You're right. I did forgive you. Twice, to be exact, but not this time.
Oh, well, boo-hoo! Don't let the door hit you on the way out. If anything, this works out for me since I can finally be with Alex without hiding it. Good riddance. Single moms are a pain to deal with anyway. I feel lighter already.
You're awfully confident for someone who's about to get hit with reality. Let's see how long that smug attitude lasts.
What, you gonna start crying now? Please, you didn't leave me before because you still love me. I can see through people, you know. You kept hanging around because you need me, because you know you'll never find better. I'm a catch. Successful, charming, connected. Even Alex knows that.
Let's clear something up. The only reason I didn't file for divorce earlier was because I was pregnant. I needed to wait.
Wait for what? Labor pains to calm down or something?
No, I was waiting because in most states you can't claim child support while the baby is still in the womb. Now that our son is here and is healthy, breathing, and living, I can file for full custody and financial support. And since you clearly can't be trusted to pay over time, I'm demanding a lump sum, $200,000 up front.
What the hell? Where is this even coming from?
From research, from lawyers, from me putting our son's future ahead of my pride. That's why I held back. Not because I wanted to stay with you, because I was thinking like a mother, not a wife.
So you mean to tell me you've just been biding your time, enduring everything I said and did just to hit me with some massive child support bill? Wow, that's actually disgusting. You're more calculating than I thought.
You know what's disgusting? Cheating on your wife again while she's raising your infant son. You're lucky I'm not demanding even more. Oh, and a little reminder, Alex turns 30 this year, doesn't she? She's probably thinking about marriage. Better act fast or she might dump you looking for someone with less baggage.
Screw you! But you know what? I'm still winning. I'm making good money, I got promotions lined up, and I got people in my corner. Compared to what I'll be pulling in over the next few years, $200,000 is nothing! If that's what it takes to get rid of you and the kid, then fine! Consider it your severance package!
I hope for your sake you're not bluffing, because if that check doesn't clear, I will drag you through court. Now just stay out of my life and our son's life for good. The divorce papers are already on the table. You just need to sign.
Fine, whatever. Enjoy your new life as a single mom. Let's see how long you last. Martha, this isn't fair and you know it!
Why not? This doesn't even concern you directly, does it? Alex's relocation was a decision made by upper management. She's being moved to a regional branch in a small town. Honestly, it might be good for her. She'll have more space to focus and prove her skills without all the distractions.
But she's the top performer in sales. She's our ace. Sending her off like this, it just feels like punishment. It's not right.
I actually think it's more than fair. If anything, she got off easy. Let's just call it bad luck and move on, yeah? Besides, she got involved with a married man whose wife is on maternity leave. Once the facts came out, a lot of people lost respect for her. That's the reality.
But you're mixing business with personal stuff. That's not how it should work.
Don't be ridiculous. Disrupting workplace morale is a serious issue. Even if you two aren't in the same team, you're both in sales. Did you really think your little affair wouldn't ripple through the office? That it wouldn't affect people's trust?
Still, I don't get why you have to be so cold about it. She looked up to you.
Emma and I went to college together. Of course I want to support her. But honestly, I am disgusted by what you and Alex did. This isn't just about rules or hierarchy. This is about integrity. The workplace is built on trust and responsibility. If you can't even be accountable in your own home, why should anyone trust you here?
I just needed a break, okay? Emma used to be so supportive when I was working overseas, but ever since she got pregnant, it's like all she cares about is the baby. After the birth, it got worse because her whole world became about diapers and naps. I mean, can't she spare some attention for her husband while the baby's sleeping? She acts like taking care of the kid is a free pass to ignore everything else, including me.
So let me get this straight. Your response was to go seek comfort with another woman? You felt neglected, so you thought, why not cheat on my wife while she's caring for our newborn?
Yes, exactly! Marriage is supposed to be a two-way street, right? No one ever talks about how men feel when they're shoved aside. There's even a term now, paternal postpartum depression. I read about it. I think I was getting there. So really, this wasn't just cheating, but a cry for help. Alex understood that. She supported me emotionally.
Wow, you almost had me for a second. Look, I know men struggle too. There are real issues with dads feeling lost or unsupported after birth. But you, well, let's be honest.
Wait, so you agree?
No, Mike, I asked what you did to support Emma. Did you help with the baby? Did you handle any of the housework? Did you even bother to ask how she was doing?
I worked hard. I was focusing on getting promoted. Is that not enough?
You left at 5 every day and went straight to Alex's apartment. So don't talk to me about working hard. You weren't working, you were playing, and now you want sympathy?
Okay, harsh. No need to go nuclear here. So this is your version of leadership? Dragging personal stuff into performance reviews? I'm still one of the highest performers in the department. Like it or not, the company needs me.
Sales numbers don't cover up everything, Mike. You might be bringing in revenue, but your reputation? It's in the gutter. Do you really think leadership will be looking the other way forever?
You underestimate me. I'm lucky. I always land on my feet. Once I close the next quarter big, nobody's gonna care what happened with Alex. They'll forget all of this. And when I move up, we'll see who ends up looking foolish.
Well, then go ahead. Climb that ladder if you can. Let's see just how far your luck gets you once people start asking why Alex had to be transferred.
I honestly don't get what you're saying right now, but sure, I'll remember those words. Just don't act shocked when you see me in a director's chair next year.
Emma, with Alex transferred out to the middle of nowhere and Mike totally isolated at work now, it's really starting to sink in. Even the department head, who used to treat him like a golden child, suddenly flipped on him. Right. I remember hearing that the manager went through a rough divorce years ago because his wife cheated on him. So I guess cheating hits a nerve for him. He even gave this emotional rant about it once during a company dinner. Apparently it's a well-known story in your department. Oh yeah, total legend at this point. Before Mike got transferred into sales, the manager used to be in my division, so I knew him back when I was in accounting. That might explain why he initially gave Mike the benefit of the doubt. He probably thought he could trust him, maybe even saw a bit of himself in him. Could be, but Mike's the kind of guy who believes his whole professional success comes from his own brilliance. He seriously thinks that just because he was top of the sales leaderboard for a while, nothing could touch him, that he'd be untouchable forever. Funny, because between the two of us, you're the one with the real luck. You just don't walk around bragging about it. Nah, I don't think I'm lucky at all. I just try to keep my head down and not cause problems. Well, you might not see it, but everyone else sure does. Let's see how things unravel for him now.
Emma, please, I messed up. I know I did. Just Help me! Everything's falling apart. I can't do this without you! I finally get it now. Things only ever worked out for me because you were there. It wasn't me. It was you all along.
Wow, that's a pretty sudden shift in tone. I'll bite. I'll listen for now. So tell me, what happened? Weren't you supposed to be happily ever after with Alex? I thought you two were going to ride off into the sunset.
You've probably already heard some of it from Martha, but no, none of it worked out. Not even close. Alex, she was ambitious. She always had her eyes set on climbing the corporate ladder. But when the whole affair went public and she got transferred out to some rural office, she lost it. She blamed me for ruining her chances. She said being involved with me was the worst mistake of her career.
Wow, so much for we'll get through this together, huh?
Exactly! She said that too when we got caught. She told me we'd power through it as a team. But when things actually got hard, she bailed. Now she's trying to move to another company, but the rumors followed her. Apparently, word spreads faster than I expected. No one's eager to take on someone with a scandal attached.
Yeah, turns out consequences are a thing. Who knew?
We even talked briefly about getting married, but I had to pay you alimony and child support, which wiped out most of my savings. And she had her own penalty to pay, too. Once we realized we couldn't even afford a wedding or a honeymoon, she just snapped. She said, "What's the point in getting married if there's nothing to celebrate?" And then she left.
Yikes, sounds like you really had a fairy tale ending there. So now what? You're trying to crawl back because the dream didn't work out?
It's not just that. Ever since you left, everything has been going wrong. The office is different now. The air is heavier. Everyone avoids me. Even clients I used to get along with. We don't click anymore. Schedules keep falling through. Conversations are awkward. Deals I used to close in a heartbeat keep getting intercepted by competitors. It's like I'm out of sync with everything around me. Honestly, it feels like how things were before I met you.
Before me, that was, 7 years ago? When I joined the company fresh out of school and you were a second-year rep still struggling to catch up with the top performers. I remember that version of you, the one that actually tried.
Yeah! And then there was that company mixer. You and I talked for hours, remember? After we started dating, everything just clicked. I thought maybe it was the boost of confidence that helped me succeed. But the longer I think about it, it wasn't confidence. It was you. You were the reason things started going well. Be honest. Did you do something? Was it you all along?
I've told you before, I didn't do anything special. But for some reason, I've always been weirdly lucky. Good things just seem to happen around me. You know how I got this job? I helped the CEO when he tripped outside the office building. Didn't even know who he was.
Wait, what?
Yep. Another time I ended up at a bar and got seated next to a director from a partner firm. We hit it off and somehow I closed a deal even though I'm not in sales. Rainstorms stop when I go outside, elevators show up the second I push the button. It's always been like that. And somehow people I date benefit from it too. But once they start thinking they created that luck, they start getting cocky. They stop appreciating me. They cheat, they leave, and then the luck leaves with me.
God, that's literally what happened with me. I thought I was hot stuff. Top sales numbers, new clients, promotions. And I thought it was me, all me, but it wasn't. It was you. I really messed this up.
You think? And let me remind you that this wasn't the first time. It wasn't even the second. This was the third time you cheated. Most people don't even get a second chance. You got 3. And you still blew it.
I know! You were holding our whole life together and I didn't even see it!
You didn't want to see it. You wanted to believe you were some naturally gifted genius with a golden touch. And when people tried to help you, you stepped on them to climb higher. I gave you everything. Not just the benefit of the doubt, but my time, my trust, my life. I stayed through the first affair because I was pregnant. I stayed through the second because I didn't want our child to grow up without a father. And what did you do? You threw it away every single time.
I really am sorry. I see it now. Everything good in my life had you behind it. I should have realized it sooner. Please. What about our son? Doesn't he deserve a father?
He deserves a role model, not a man who abandons his family for a coworker and then comes crawling back when life gets hard. Honestly, he's better off without you. I've already decided that I am not getting into another relationship. I am raising our son on my own. You can send the checks, but I never want you near us again.
Please, don't say that. Don't give up on me. If you cut me off now, I swear I'll crush. Everything will fall apart. Please, just one more chance for old time's sake. Consider it your final act of kindness.
You don't get to frame this as my responsibility. You didn't help me when I begged you to hold our son while I tried to cook dinner. You didn't help when I was crying in the middle of the night, scared out of my mind, exhausted and alone. You let me down while you flirted with another woman. So no, don't ask me to throw you a life raft now. This is your mess. You clean it up. And don't worry, karma seems to be working just fine without me.
Emma!
Goodbye, Mike, and good luck. You're going to need it. Emma, he's gone. Mike quit. Well, he more likely ran away. I don't think he had much of a choice. There's no way he could have stayed after everything. Did Mike screw up again? Oh, big time. His sales numbers tanked hard this quarter, and the department head finally called him out on it. Apparently he didn't take it well. He stormed off to the smoking area and just started ranting about the boss to one of the junior guys, like full-on name-calling and other personal stuff. Wait, but our department head doesn't even smoke, so what was he doing there? Well, that's the kicker. One of the juniors Mike was talking to at a meeting coming up and wasn't coming back to prep, so the department head, who happened to have a minute free, decided to check on him. Someone told him they'd seen the junior and Mike head off to the smoking area, so he went to fetch them. Oh no, that's really unlucky timing. Yeah, just bad all around. And with the way Mike's been burning bridges, no one was willing to cover for him. Once he turned the department head into an enemy, it was game over. Honestly, though, if you're bad-mouthing your boss at work, that's kind of on you. Exactly. I mean, luck or no luck, what really matters is character. And Mike, he brought this all on himself. After Mike resigned in a hurry, much like Alex, his attempts to switch careers didn't go smoothly. In the end, he found himself working in an entirely different industry. However, his misfortune didn't stop there. His lack of attention to detail led to a disastrous incident where he lost crucial documents, resulting in his dismissal from the job. And if things weren't bad enough, his personal life took a turn for the worse. The apartment he was living in was broken into by thieves, leaving the place in disarray. The damages were significant, and the time and money required to restore it to a livable condition have only added to his already mounting troubles. To make matters worse, Mike was cut off from his parents after the affair was revealed, and he's been estranged from them ever since. All his friends, who were once close, are now preoccupied with their own families, leaving Mike without any kind of support system. He's now traveling down an unhappy path with no one willing to lend a hand. Despite all of this, one has to wonder if there's a chance for him to turn things around. Is there still a possibility for a fresh start or a shot at redemption somewhere in the future? Perhaps, but that would require a significant change in attitude and character. Given his current mindset, though, it seems unlikely that he'll realize that anytime soon. It's difficult to face the truth about ourselves. People like Mike, whose lives have unraveled in such a way, often don't see where they went wrong until they've hit rock bottom. His stubbornness, his inability to acknowledge his own faults, and his refusal to act responsibly have all contributed to the mess he's found himself in. However, the truth is that life doesn't wait for us to learn our lessons, nor does it care about how unfair we think things are. It keeps moving forward, indifferent to our struggles, forcing us to either catch up or fall behind. Mike has chosen to stubbornly chase after his own version of success, not willing to acknowledge the damage he's caused to others and to himself. Without a change of heart, without recognizing the toxic patterns he's living by, it seems like a distant hope that he'll ever make it back from this. It's sad, really. Life could have been different for him, but his decisions have led him to this point. He didn't take the time to stop and reflect before making choices that would shape his future. And now it seems as though the consequences are stacking up, one after another in an unrelenting chain of misfortune. What's even more tragic is that despite all his mistakes, Mike still doesn't seem to understand the role his own behavior has played in his downfall. It's as if he's living in a constant state of denial, unable or unwilling to take full responsibility for his actions. Until he can confront himself honestly, until he can learn to change and improve, he will continue on this path of misery. But I've learned something through all of this, and it's something that I've had to learn the hard way, just like Mike. Life doesn't always give you second chances, and we don't always have control over the circumstances we face. However, what we can control is how we respond to those circumstances. How we choose to move forward after a setback is entirely up to us, and I want to be someone who faces life with a sense of responsibility, who approaches challenges with a level head and an open heart. I don't want to rely on luck or hope that things will somehow fix themselves without any effort on my part. I want to be someone who takes ownership of my life, my decisions, and my future. As a parent and as a professional and as an individual, I want to always stay focused on the things that matter most. I want to be present for my family, work hard, and give my best every day. In some ways, it's a bit easier for me. I'm not stuck in the same patterns that Mike is. I've made mistakes too, but I've also learned to take responsibility for them, to grow, and to keep moving forward. That doesn't mean life is always easy. There are always challenges, always moments when we feel like giving up or throwing in the towel, but it's how we face those challenges that determines who we become in the end. Mike, unfortunately, hasn't figured that out yet, and until he does, it seems that his path will continue to be filled with struggle and misfortune. But I can't control his life. All I can do is continue to learn from the lessons I've faced, to become stronger and more resilient in the face of adversity. I can choose to build a future that is based on hard work, dedication, and the values that matter most to me. I've come to understand that we all have a choice. Mike's misfortune may seem endless, but it's not too late for him to change. If he ever wakes up to that realization, if he can find it within himself to truly change, there may still be hope for him. But until then, I'm going to continue forging my own path, not relying on luck or waiting for things to magically improve. I'll keep working hard, keep raising my family, and keep living a life that I can be proud of. Life is a journey, and we can either walk down the road of regret or choose to make something better for ourselves. Mike may not see it yet, but if he ever takes a step back, he might realize that the opportunity for change is always there as long as he's willing to face the truth and put in the effort. Until then, I'll keep moving forward, doing what I can and hoping that one day he'll do the same. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.